Are you having a hard time figuring out what to get Dad for Father's Day? Shop now at sportshistorynetwork.com/row1 and save 15% off your order when you check out Row 1 Brand's Vintage Sports Pictorium Gallery. They have America's best sports art. With over 7,200 historic sports prints, you're assured to find something unique for Dad this Father's Day. If he's an NFL buff, check out the 1963 vintage NFL helmet poster. Shop now at sportshistorynetwork.com/row1.
This podcast is part of the Sports History Network, your headquarters for the yesteryear of your favorite sport. You can learn more at sportshistorynetwork.com.
Hello, sports fans, and welcome to another edition of Yesterday's Sports on the Sports History Network. This will be part 4 of the best NFL playoff games of the 1970s. I originally had 7 games, but I've expanded it to 10. I've already done the first 7, so we'll pick it up at number 8. This game was played on December 30th, 1979, between the Los Angeles Rams and the Dallas Cowboys, played at Texas Stadium in Irving, Texas. 1979 had not been a great season for either the Rams or Cowboys. After 11 games, the Rams' record was a dismal 5 wins and 6 losses. They finished the season first in the division with a very average 9-7 record. The Cowboys stood at 8 wins and 2 losses after Week 10, but then lost 3 games in a row and finished first with an 11-5 record. Dallas had beaten the Rams by a combined 58-6 score in their last 2 meetings. In a first quarter dominated by the defenses, the Cowboys took a 2-0 lead, the result of a safety. The Rams had a chance to take a 3-2 lead before the second quarter, but they missed on a 44-yard field goal attempt. The second quarter started with more defensive dominance, but the Rams finally managed to put together a solid drive, getting the ball to the Cowboys' 32-yard line before quarterback Vince Ferragamo connected with running back Wendell Tyler for a 32-yard touchdown pass. Dallas narrowed the gap to 7-5 when former Rams kicker Raphael Seppion booted a 33-yard field goal. But the Rams' offense was beginning to have some success now, and with just 11 seconds left in the first half, Ferragamo connected with Ron Smith on a 43-yard touchdown strike. On the Rams' opening third quarter drive, Cowboys defensive back Dennis Thurman intercepted a Ferragamo pass to give Dallas the ball at the Rams' 32-yard line. But the Rams' defense rose to the occasion and forced the punt. But the Dallas defense also forced the punt. Dallas tried some trickery with a halfback option play. Ron Springs connected with Tony Hill in the end zone, but officials ruled that Hill didn't get both feet in bounds. But the Rams were penalized for pass interference on the next play, giving the Cowboys the ball at the 1-yard line. And Springs punched it in for the touchdown to narrow the gap to 14-12. On the Rams' next possession, Cliff Harris intercepted a Ferragamo pass and returned it 22 yards. Unlike their previous interception, Dallas capitalized on this turnover with a touchdown. The touchdown gave Dallas the lead 19-17 with 12 minutes and 46 seconds left on the game clock. After that, neither offense could mount a significant drive. The Rams had the ball at midfield with 2 minutes and 16 seconds left in the game. Ferragamo connected with receiver Billy Waddy at the 28, and Waddy took it to the end zone. Dallas got the ball back, but the Rams defense shut them down. It would be the final game in the career of Roger Staubach, and the Rams would go on to play in their first Super Bowl. Wendell Tyler rushed for 82 yards and had another 40 yards receiving. Billy Waddy caught 3 passes for 97 yards and a touchdown. Tony Dorsett rushed for 87 yards. Now we will go to the number 9 playoff game of the 1970s. It was played on December 24th, 1972, between the Miami Dolphins and the Cleveland Browns, played at the Orange Bowl in Miami. The 14-0 Dolphins came into this game as the heavy favorites, but perhaps they underestimated the Browns, who started the season at 2-3, but then won 8 of their next 9 games. Miami had the first scoring opportunity, but missed a 46-yard field goal attempt. But shortly afterward, Dolphins' Charlie Babb blocked the punt and ran it in for the touchdown. Soon after that, Miami added a field goal to take a 10-0 lead. Cleveland got the ball to the Miami 25-yard line in the second quarter, but a Curtis Johnson interception ended the scoring threat. After some costly penalties, Miami missed a 53-yard field goal and blew 2 other scoring opportunities. On their second possession of the third quarter, the Browns scored a touchdown, primarily from a 38-yard punt return and a 21-yard pass reception. Miami increased their lead to 13-7 when kicker Garo Yepermian nailed a 46-yard field goal. The Browns moved the ball into Miami territory, but Dick Anderson intercepted a Mike Phipps pass. But Anderson fumbled the ball, and the Browns recovered it. 2 plays later, Phipps connected with receiver Fair Hooker on a 27-yard touchdown pass to give Cleveland a 14-13 lead. With under 7 minutes left in the game, the Dolphins knew time was running out on their perfect season. Miami responded by driving 80 yards in only 6 plays to retake the lead 20-14. The Browns attempted to come back, but their scoring threat ended when Dolphins linebacker Doug Swift intercepted his second pass of the game. The Dolphins' no-name defense intercepted 5 passes on the day. Cleveland running back Bo Scott had a big day, gaining 94 yards rushing and another 30 yards receiving. Now we will go to the final playoff game in this segment of the top 10 NFL playoff games of the 1970s. This game was played December 26, 1970, between the Dallas Cowboys and the Detroit Lions, played at the Cotton Bowl in Dallas. In what remains the lowest scoring playoff game ever played, the Cowboys completely outplayed the Lions, but came extremely close to losing the game. Dallas recovered a Detroit fumble in the first quarter and took possession at their 45-yard line. A 14-yard completion from Craig Morton to Walt Garrison and 2 good runs by Dwayne Thomas put the Cowboys in field goal range. Kicker Mike Clark booted a 26-yarder to give Dallas a 3-0 lead. The Lions' offense couldn't get anything going against the Doomsday defense, but they did manage to get the ball to the Cowboys' 29-yard line before fumbling it away. Charlie Waters picked up his second recovery. The defenses continued to control the game in the third quarter, as neither team's offense could muster a scoring threat. In the fourth quarter, Dallas drove 76 yards in 15 plays, but faced a 4th down at the 1-yard line. The ordinarily conservative Tom Landry decided to go for the touchdown instead of settling for a field goal. but the stingy Lions defense rose to the occasion and stopped Dallas from scoring. Unable to get any running game established, Detroit had to throw, and quarterback Greg Landry was brought down in the end zone by George Andre and Jethro Pugh. Dallas took possession of the ball, but went 3 and out and punted. The Lions took over at their 20-yard line with 2 minutes and 18 seconds left on the clock. Backup quarterback Bill Munson replaced Greg Landry, but he couldn't get much going until he connected with Earl McCulloch to convert a 4th and 10 from their 32. The completion gave them a first down at the Cowboys' 29-yard line, and they still had 2 timeouts remaining, but they only had 59 seconds left on the clock. After 2 incompletions, Munson threw a high pass that was tipped and intercepted by Mel Renfro. From there, the Cowboys ran out the clock. The Lions held the Cowboys to 38 yards passing, but Dallas outgained Detroit in rushing yardage, 209 to 76. The Lions had 5 turnovers on the day. This will conclude the 4-part series on the best 1970s NFL playoff games. Hope you enjoyed it, and God bless.
This podcast is part of the Sports History Network, your headquarters for the yesteryear of your favorite sport. You can learn more at sportshistorynetwork.com.
We here at the Sports History Network proudly partner with 26 podcasts, all revolving around the history of sports. But did you know that many of our hosts were sports history authors way before they started their shows? It's true. We've got Joe Ziemba, host of When Football Was Football, Joe Zagurski, host of Pro Football in the 1970s, Mark Morthier, host of Yesterday's Sports, Tommy Phillips, host of Lombardi Memories, and Scott Adamson, co-host of From the 55-Yard Line. All these authors have many books for you to choose from. To check them out, go to our website at sportshistorynetwork.com/sportshistorybooks. Pick up your copy today. Soundtrack provided by Kevin MacLeod of filmmusic.io.